now, this guy, Jason Collins, right? So he came out, and he's the first professional basketball player, or professional player to come out while he's still playing, right? I guess Martina Navratilova did come out, but
this is like in the big manly team sports.
Yes, this isn't like tennis.
Yeah, right, come on, tennis.
Even though we're in the tennis
half of them are
building.
gay.
Did she come out while she was playing?
Yeah, well, she got outed by her lover, sued her for palimony, and that's how she got. And then it dried up all her endorsements and everything. And
why wouldn't you buy her racket? Because of who she's with. I don't understand people who care what people do off the court.
Yeah.
Your job's to entertain me. She was awesome, man. She was, what, she won like 5-6 Wimbledons in a row?
Yeah.
Something insane. She had all these epic battles with Chris Everett Lloyd. I loved it. Women's tennis was great back then.
Back then?
Yeah. And Chris Everett was the one who told her to start working out because she was starting to slip, and then she got into that, and then she just dominated the sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, but there's obviously somebody has a problem with this guy, Jason Collins, coming out, and it's a guy who works for ESPN. So let's go ahead, play the first clip.
Personally, I don't believe that you can live an openly homosexual lifestyle or an openly premarital sex between heterosexuals. If you're openly living that type of lifestyle, then the Bible says you know them by their fruits. It says that, that's a sin. And if you're openly living in unrepentant sin, whatever it may be, not just homosexuality, adultery, fornication, premarital sex between heterosexuals, whatever it may be, I believe that's walking in open rebellion to God and to Jesus Christ. So I would not characterize that person as a Christian because I don't think the Bible would characterize.
Why can't these Christians keep their Christianity in the closet? Totally, that's my question.
Well, you know what's funny about that guy is I've been watching him for years, so that feels like like you had kind of a relationship with him.
Totally.
And then all of a sudden the other shoe drops, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really into Jesus. I mean, I don't think what he just said, he kind of did it in a way of his beliefs. I don't understand people who are into God and then thinks, God made everybody, and then but he hates these people. He's like, he made them.
Yeah.
And then when people sit there and they try and say that being gay is a choice, that would mean that being heterosexual was a choice, which meant at some point you would sit there going, okay, man or woman? All right, let's weigh the options. You never did. You just gravitated towards what you were into. Let people live their lives.
He has that moment of I don't think he's a Christian because I don't know the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't recall Jesus throwing people out of the church. I don't recall Jesus with a lot of Christian. Come on, get out.
Yeah.
Christian.
He was inclusive, is what you're saying.
He was more inclusive, and this guy.
I don't think he ever existed.
Jesus?
I just think they made him up. The Son of God, and it goes baby 32. You wouldn't have. I mean, all the stuff you got on Elvis. Granted, there's film and stuff.
Bill, and I got to say, it does go quickly.
It does.
It flies by. I think that's what they meant. Yeah.
No, I just think it's. I think it's a hell of a story, and it was designed, I don't know, to make some money, get people, following some sort of moral path. I think they had good intentions, but I don't think that.
Nobody could be that good of a guy, is what you're saying.
No, I just think that it would be there's this guy walking on water. You got to see this. And I would think that there would be more people chiseling something into a wall. I just don't think there would be these major gaps. He went off the grid or something? Was that what it was? He's grown his own food for 20 years?
Right. You'd be like, there's a guy walking on water. I'd be like, oh, great, I'd like to see it. It was like, no, that was a couple hundred years ago. I just didn't think you'd be interested back then.
I'm not that's my, I don't know.
Let's go to the second clip of our friend Broussard from ESPN.
But I am saying that I've heard a mixed bag of reactions. Not everyone has been like Kobe or Steve Nash. Some players have, like I said, they disagree with it, could play with him as a teammate, but would feel a little bit uncomfortable in the locker rooms and showers and things like that.
Yeah, so see, he's worried. He does that thing about, I don't know, you get a gay guy in the showers, the next thing you know, they're gonna hold me down and start.
No, wait a minute. If he goes in the shower with the other players, he should at least have to pay a cover charge. Okay, give me a break. Dude, these guys are shredded. They all got abs. Could I shower with like Victoria's Secret models? And be like, ew, get out of here. Give me a break. I mean, how far are you supposed to go with it, you know?
Okay.
I'm just saying, but here's the thing. But the sad thing about this guy is this dude will probably get fired or something like that, and he won't learn anything, because all it's going to be about is, you said this, you're bad, and then he has to apologize, and then he gets thrown down the street, and he's out of a job. And my thing is, how is that going to help his feelings towards homosexuals? It's like, I think like those groups, whatever, gay.com,
right.
whatever the hell it is,
yeah,
they're more into scaring the hell out of people and showing their power. That like my girl was reading something about how they're already not satisfied with this guy. They're like, okay, this is good that he came out, but it would be better if we need bigger athletes.
Yes.
And blah, blah. It's like somebody just got a house and then now they want a pool and they're already looking for something else. Everybody's annoying to me, except for this guy that came out. I think it's great what he did, and I think people are going to say they're ignorant things. Let them say they're ignorant things, and then you try to educate them rather than just trying to take away their ability to earn a living.
But don't you think that this guy, this ESPN, this Broussard, don't you think that that's a sign of a guy kind of fighting the gay himself? Because I never met a guy who
No, I think that's what people always do. That's like if you have a truck with a lift kit, people don't you think he's compensating for something? It's like, yeah, or he knows how to customize a truck. You know what I mean? Maybe he's got a giant, you know.
don't think that's the silent sinner scream the loudest?
I think that's a guy who's not getting laid. That's a guy who's created some very tight rules for himself and how he wants to live, because of course he included in this that it's the same, and trying to sort of get past the storm that Bill correctly pointed out is coming against this guy. He says, look, I'm not saying just gays. If you're fornicating outside of marriage, right? So if this guy's not married, he's not having sex at all.
Right.
And of course, it's killing him. And I love the idea that he's comparing sort of being gay in America with cheating on your wives or husband, because out there right now, I sense there are a lot of 11-year-old boys and girls terrified because in 18 years they're thinking about cheating on their wives. Yeah. So, and he's like, no, it's the same thing.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with, like, I think that's what people always try to do. Oh, maybe because you're gay, or maybe because you're not getting any or anything like that. I just think that this is how this guy was raised. This is what he was told from the get-go, and he never veered out of it. He walked down it like a robot, and this is a great opportunity to show a guy something else. And you know what? It won't happen. He's going to get yelled at. He's going to get thrown in a trash bin, and he'll probably have even more issues that he'll then pass on to his kids.
Actually, I'm totally persuaded by that. I think he's going to get fired. I think it's going to, and I think it's right.
No propecia, thinking clearly, getting viewpoints across.
Well, here he is. He kind of redeems himself here in this last clip. So he comes back after he says all that stuff. Now he says this.
Well, look, this is one thing I've heard too from everyone has agreed on this. He's a great guy. He is upstanding, high basketball IQ, was a tough player. You know, just no one has said anything bad about him. He has the utmost respect from players and GMs and coaches that I've spoken with, even ones that may disagree with his lifestyle. He's obviously intelligent, having played at Stanford.
See, funny. He's obviously intelligent, having played at Stanford. College sports is like the filthiest ever. You write your name with a crayon. If you can score a touchdown, you're getting in.
We'll get you in. And that includes Stanford, right? He's a great. It's like he goes, yeah, he's a great player. I just don't think he can play for God. I don't think he won't make God's team.
Yeah, a great player, great guy. Everybody loves him. Terrific. I'm not getting in the fucking shower with him. Okay.
Yes, I'm not getting in the shower with him. I might get a boner.
Right. Totally. Yeah.
Well, that guy's big enough. You know, if he wanted to. You know, he could just take it from you. You know, that's kind of frightening. 6 foot 10 inch chiseled gay dude. I don't even know how tall he is.